MLB Network has baseball from the Emerald State. Safeco Field in Seattle. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the American League's Houston Astros and the Seattle Mariners. A pair of great second basemen, Altuve and Cano, head-to-head. Next on MLB Network. Number 44, the right-hander out of the state of Oregon, gets the ball in this one. HR, what's the word on him?
Well, he has really pitched well at home, and I don't know if it's the energy from the fans or he feels comfortable on this mound. However way you want to slice it, he's thrown well at home, and I think we'll get another good performance at home in this game.
Coming to the plate now, George Springer. As we show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June. Now here's the pitch. And he misses 2-1. And HR, you take a look at these Seattle Mariners entering play here tonight. They come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Well, you're playing good ball right now, and you know all day long, oh, they're bringing their ace, huh? Okay, that's okay. We're playing good right now. We'll match up with him. Okay. That's how you feel when you know you're playing good and you're facing their ace.
And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. So here in the first inning, the leadoff man's aboard to kick things off.
The old CNI base hit. The changeup's down. The batter goes down to get it and still finds a hole to put it through. Good pitch. Better hitting.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. His average for the year sits in the 280s entering play. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, you really have to appreciate what Jose Altuve brings to this team. He's having a solid year. With runners in scoring position, he's hitting over 300. That's not outstanding or anything, but he's consistent, and that's what I love watching about this guy. His game is so consistent.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. Runners on first with one down. He's running towards second. Hit on the ground out to short. He's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting fourth.
Here's Carlos Correa now. He comes in currently second on the team in home runs. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Now, Matt, Darryl Parker's one of those guys. You're going to take him to dinner. You know what he's going to order? Steak and potato.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. So they get a man to second here in the opening half inning, but fail to capitalize. Now it'll be the M's turn. No score. Lance McCullers, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, he's having an exceptional season. He's able to put together a solid year, an ERA in the low 2s. He's been around the plate. He's pitching deep in games. So I expect to see another dominating performance from him with his team in the game, and him maybe walking out of here with another W.
1-2. Here it comes. Liner toward right center. And this inning starts with a solid base hit.
Well, they're having a good night so far. The pitcher threw a scoreless top of the first, and now he leads off with the single. This is the recipe you want.
Haneker.
Into the box now, Mitch Haniger, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. A runner at first with no outs here. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out. And now a quick look at the Mariners starting lineup in this one. What do you think they need to do to keep this winning streak rolling, Harold?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche at you, Matt. You know I don't use many cliches. I would have to say have great energy. Play with some enthusiasm. Be excited about playing. And if they do that, man, they carry it through for 9 innings. Look out.
Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Here's Nelson Cruz now. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season.
Another hit in the inning. The second runner on base now. Look, you have to get to this guy early before he settles in and executes all his pitches. This could be the main inning of the game right here.
Stepping in now, Kyle Seager. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Aoki racing back. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Mariners leave a couple. We are still scoreless. Stepping in, Carlos Beltran. It's been a rough go for him at the plate as he enters this one with a season average in the 230s. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
Well, this veteran pitcher lets you know right away what his game plan is. Fastball inside. He's trying to take away that inside part of the plate to open up the outside. Showing us early.
Now another 1-2. And a hard sinker there. Chopped foul at home plate. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Another one sent foul. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Here's another 1-2. And oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Yeah, it was a great battle there, and he was one strike away from putting him away. As a pitcher, you hate to put a guy on for free after all that work.
Stepping up to the plate, Yulieski Gurriel. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the run is Henniger. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's one away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
All right, here's how the M's line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic. At third base, Kyle Seager. He has really turned himself into a nice defender. You'll see him early. Extra work. Catching as many ground balls as he can. If the ball's hit to him, he's not going to miss it very often.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. He's hitting in the 270s on the season coming into this one. And he gets this fastball over. Back to 3-1 now. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with one away.
Batting 8th. Third baseman number 2.
And that'll bring up the former first rounder Alex Bregman. And this is a good-looking matchup for him here. As you can see, he's hit lefties quite a bit better than he has right-handers this season. Skied into straightaway right. Waiting on it is Henniger, and that's the second out of the inning. Here's Nori Aoki. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Popped up towards the seats as this gets out of play. No score here as we play inning number 2. This is line to left. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left for the Astros. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Stepping in, Danny Valencia. As you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
Reddick is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning.
Well, let's take a look at the Astros defensively, brought to you by Majestic. And I'm looking at the catcher. McCann. Yeah, Brian McCann. I love how he catches and throws, and he calls a nice game, too.
Taylor Motter steps into the box. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Tough one to lay off, called a strike. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. And certainly worth a second look here as we've got our camera locked in on him from the beginning of the play, and you can see him stretch out as far as he can to pull this one in. Nice play. Into the box now, Gerard Dyson. He swings and sends it on a line to right center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
That ball's off the plate. He pulls his hands in and gets a base hit to the outfield. And the only way you hit that inside pitch is if you're looking for it. Look at the screen right here. That ball's not even in the zone. He had to be looking inside to hit that ball.
So digging in now, Mike Zunino. He enters play hitting down in the 240s for the year. Pitch on its way now to Zunino. And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order.
He did not want to let the hitter off the hook with 2 outs, and now he's got a runner in scoring position to deal with.
Digging in to try it again, Ben Gamel. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. 2-2, here it is. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will land foul. Bottom of the second here with no score. And another foul ball. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. This is pulled into right, but a little unlucky there as it's hit right to him in right field for the final out of the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More of MLB Network's Saturday Baseball after this. Here's George Springer as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Slider up that he gets a call on.
Well, you definitely don't want to walk the leadoff hitter of the inning, and he's done a nice job of coming back. He was down 3-0. Now we're sitting 3-2. I think he's got the confidence now to throw another strike and see what happens.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here to begin inning number 3.
Josh Reddick.
Ready for another chance. Josh Reddick. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike.
Look, Matt, this guy's got a great sinker. Here's the key. He's got a runner on first base. This is where you can get that ground ball double play. Make him chase that hard sinker and hit it into the dirt and turn one over for you.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the 2-hole hitter.
And this continues right on through him as he couldn't knock it down. And he is in there.
Matt, it looked like he didn't want any part of that ball. I know it was hit hard, but come on, man. At least knock it down. Body up. Man up. Let's go.
In now, Jose Altuve. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Haniger has a read on it. He's got it one away. The throw home. The tag, and he is out at the plate. So much for our first run of the ball game. Digging in for his second at bat, Carlos Correa. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Dribbled to the right side. That winds up foul for the second strike. Third inning, no score to this point. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitcher's pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. 1 left for Houston. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Striding into the box, Mitch Haniger. He'll lead it off against Lance McCullers. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Oh, and he lets him off the hook there, as this isn't even close for ball 4.
The batter, second baseman.
Here's Robbie Cano now, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Here's the 1-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Reddick has a read on it. 1 down. Striding in once again, Nelson Cruz. He singled his last time up.
Cruz.
And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
And that's 2 free passes in the third inning alone. So you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
Ready with the 1-1. Tapped out in front of home. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means 2 men are in scoring position now with 2 away.
Up next for Seattle, first baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Danny Valencia. Flied out in his first at bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Grounded down the third baseline. Speared on the dive. In time. They call it the hot corner for a reason. And this is a beauty to take us to break. 3 innings in the books. No score on MLB Network. Standing in, Carlos Beltran. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. 1-1 now to Beltran. Oh, and this one ran in and got him. And that's twice now he's been hit in this one.
Looks like he was trying to bust him inside, and he might have held on to it just a little bit too long. Just like that, the leadoff man is aboard.
At the plate, Yulieski Gurriel comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Chopped weakly to the left. And he'll get in there safely.
Well, that's a nice infield single. And was he flying down the line or what? But, man, you should say, hey, he's smelling that base hit right there. He was digging for that hit.
And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
Pretty good pitch and a great take there. There's not a lot you could do with that slider breaking down and in unless you can catch it way out front and hook.
This one gets through, and that could bring in a run. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, nice job right there. He comes through with the RBI base hit, and now his side has the lead.
Third baseman number 2, Alex Bregman.
Standing in now, Alex Bregman takes a high fastball for a strike.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
Now a swing and a fly ball. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. The 3-2 one more time. And another pitch is hit foul as the battle continues here. He'll try it again, 3-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. A payoff pitch one more time. Here's a ball swung on and lofted in the air out toward right center. He can't track it down as this ball falls. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out. Throw to the plate goes right by him.
He just scorched that ball off the wall, and now the question will be, should he have continued on or not? He thought about pushing it, I'm sure, but decided to play it safe. It would have been close, but I think this time he's probably right in staying at first.
Into the box, Nori Aoki. And a fastball in the dirt, but it's blocked nicely as he keeps it in front of him. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. On the ground is short. This could be 2. And he is in there at the plate. It's now a 2-0 game. Here's George Springer. It was a walk in his last trip. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
I can tell you from experience, bases loaded, nobody out, and you get an infield pop-up, that feels just as good as a strikeout. And now he's just a double play ball away from getting out of this mess.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Dyson is there, and that should be deep enough to score the run. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
Hey, one of the things you want to do as an offense, right, is stay fundamental and keep pushing. A great job there. Sac fly pushes the 3rd run across in this inning.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's real.
Bullet to second base. A fine play, and that ends the inning. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Astros lead this one 3-0. Taylor Motter steps into the box. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And he just misses with a curveball.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Out in front of a fastball as this is ripped down the left field line. That's going to be a fair ball. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
When it left his bat, I thought it might squirt foul, but it hugged the line and found its way into the corner. Thought it might be a little bit closer play at second, but he cruised in there with relative ease.
Into the box now, Gerard Dyson, and he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
The catcher, number 3, Mike Zunino.
Ready now, Mike Zunino reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out. Ready for another shot now. Ben Gamel. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Ben Gamel.
Now a ball hit hard toward first. But this is speared by the first baseman.
Now batting, right fielder, Mitch.
Digging in once again, Mitch Haniger. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Payoff pitch on its way. Hard hit to first. Backhanded. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. We played 4 full. Houston leads this one 3-0. Back with Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as Puerto Rican sensation Carlos Correa gets set to kick off the inning. And down in the Mariner bullpen, it looks like a right-hander's up to throw. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Haniger ranging back. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 15.
Here's Carlos Beltran. No official at-bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Fastball called strike. 1-2. 1 out, nobody on. And Beltran able to lay off that time, and the count moves back to 2-2. Now the pitch. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
It's a fine line from working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance at getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Out of here. A solo shot, and they add another. A solo shot here for Carlos Beltran. Number 10 for him on the year, as the Astros have opened it up now 4-0.
Well, how do you beat the shift? You hit it over the shift, of course. You can't play guys up in the sky, so he lifts this one up and out of here.
Stepping into the box, Yulieski Gurriel. And the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me, that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer.
And he lays off the fastball away, so it's 2-2 now.
He's thrown a lot of pitches already, and man, this is a long AB. This at bat, when you look back at it, might be the one that takes him out of the game.
And strike 3 called on the outside corner. He's earned the right to live out there with the fastballs, as that's out number 2.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and Even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
In now, Brian McCann. Weak grounder back to the mound. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. One more for the Astros, and it comes on this solo homer. Middle of the night from Safeco. It's now 4-0 Houston. Here's Robbie Cano now. He leads off in the bottom of the fifth as they look to break through on the scoreboard for the first time in this one.
Yeah, baseball is a game of adjustments, and it's time they start making some. They don't need to change their entire approach necessarily, but now is maybe when they start thinking about ways to get the guy on the mound out of his rhythm a bit. Talk about challenging a guy. He offered up 2 in a row right down the chute, and the batter didn't even flinch. Gotta wonder what he was looking for.
Well, they haven't had a lot of offense in this game. Right now, though, you got 3 balls here. Maybe this will be the leadoff walk that gets things going for them.
The next 3-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Hopped up. All coming on hard as he makes the diving catch.
The batter, designated hitter, Nelson Cruz.
Standing in now, Nelson Cruz. Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. Gone! A solo home run from Nelson Cruz, number 299 in his career. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. And this is fouled at the plate. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit hard to the right side. There is Altuve. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Now batting, first baseman, Danny Valencia.
So coming to the plate, Danny Valencia. Third trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now. The 1-2 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 1 for the Mariners, and it comes on this solo home run. We're through 5 innings here tonight. It's now a 4-1 game. Digging in and looking for more, Alex Bregman. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Dan Altavilla takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
Number 53, Dan Altavilla.
Well, now the Mariners get some action in the bullpen as a left-hander's begun to get loose. Swing and a line drive. Foul.
Oh, he's clearly hitting off the fastball right there. You don't hit one that hard if you're not looking for it.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And he's safe.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
Into the box, George Springer. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch called a strike. That's one of those that could go either way.
Motter has it, and a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on.
Infield single, as innocent as it may sound, that might be a rally starter right there.
Batting. Right fielder, Josh Reddick.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. The set and the 1-1 pitch. And a fastball just a bit high.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus and making some good pitches.
Working for the punch out and the offering. Tries to go the other way as this is in the air to left field. Gamble comes on now and puts it away for the second out of the inning. Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 2 left for the Astros, but they lead it 4-1. Striding in once again, Taylor Motter. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. Now some action out in the Houston bullpen as it appears both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Hit the other way out toward right field. Reddick has a read on it. 1 away.
The center fielder,
stepping in and ready for another shot, Gerard Dyson. It was a walk in his last trip. Here's the 1-2 delivery. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. Slow bouncer to the right side, but that one rolls foul. The 2-2 one more time. And that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single. Digging in once again, Mike Zunino. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's a look over to first. A dive, but he's back. 6th inning. 4-1 is our score. And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball 2. The set and the 2-1 pitch. Oh, and this is hit high and deep out to left. Aoki is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the 2nd out. The relay throw. Now a throw to first. Doubles up the runner. Tough luck that time as he got stuck in no man's land following the line drive on the hit and run. Welcome back to Safeco Field here in Seattle. It's on to the 7th now with the Astros on top in this one. And as the final warm-up tosses are thrown, let's get a look at our game summary through 6 innings. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The batter, number 15.
Ready for another shot now, Carlos Beltran. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat. Mark Zepchinski comes on to pitch here with 1 man gone in the top of the 7th.
Zepchinski.
We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. And this will be nowhere close as his control deserts him here. It's a 5-pitch walk.
First baseman number 10.
Ready for another chance? Yulieski Gurriel. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a little blooper to center. Dyson is over. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. He's 1-for-2 in the ballgame. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Once again, a 3-2. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hit hard on the ground at first. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And they won't even attempt to run on that arm in right. So despite the runner moving on the pitch, it'll wind up first and second here. And that'll bring up the former first rounder Alex Bregman. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Here it comes on 1-1. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
2 strikes on the hitter and 2 outs. I like this. You got to get this out here. You don't want them to drive in a run and you go down 4. You keep it at 3. You still got a chance to break it open and win on a big inning.
And that is into right field. A base hit. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
Nori Aoki.
Stepping in now, Nori Aoki. Swing and a liner. Foul. Rob Whalen answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it. Ball 2.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that was a good call. Looked to be just a bit outside.
Swing and a soft liner. And a diving attempt there by Cano, but he can't pull it in. A base hit. 1 run is scored. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, you just keep adding on. That's how you win games. And he's a big part of it right here. That's his 3rd RBI, and they extend the lead in this ballgame.
In now, George Springer. Started that swing a bit too early. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Oh, and ouch, that one drilled him. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. He hits here in a spot where he might be able to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, Matt, down 5, another run across here could very well put the nail in the coffin. Mentally, they might still feel like they've got a shot if they could get out of this jam, though.
Gamble on the move, and that's the 3rd out. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. It's the Astros 6 and the Mariners 1. Tony Sipp. It's the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. And that'll bring up Ben Gamble. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Hot shot to third. Bregman fields it cleanly, and a good throw gets him one gone.
The batter, right fielder.
Stepping into the box, Mitch Haniger. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. Now the Astros have somebody up in the bullpen as a right-hander has started to warm up out there. Well, definitely a fastball swing there, but a good time for the changeup. It's full 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. Line drive to left. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far.
Well, there's another base hit. Now, they've scattered a few, but the problem's been scoring runs. They've stranded 9 runners so far in this game.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. 1-2 pitch is a slider that misses. 2-2.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
Right side. And Cano, don't you know, is going to reach. It's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, that's another single, another hit. Now they are first and second. They just haven't come up with that big hit to drive a lot of runs in. They got to break things open pretty soon.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Nelson Cruz. He's off to a fast start in this one. 2 for 2, including a home run. Look into McCann, the 1-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Man, the Mariners have been looking for that big hit pretty much all game long. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now sure would be a great time.
Line towards center field. Springer is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. And Dan, this could be a real make or break situation at this point in the game.
Yeah, Matt, at least scoring 1 run in this inning is so important to them to possibly get back into this thing.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Mariners leave a couple. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Ready once again, Jose Altuve. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. This is line to left. Gamble has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1. Here's Carlos Correa now. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Digging in the switch hitter, Carlos Beltran. He reached on a walk in his last time up and later came around to score. This one's flared toward left center. Gamble moving forward. He can't get there as it falls in. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Yeah, and the pitcher's got to wonder what he has to do to get it past this guy. That pitch was off the plate, but he shows great reach, gets good extension, and drives it for a 2-bagger.
Into the box now, Yulieski Gurriel. And this one's in the dirt. The throw will go to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. James Pazos enters the ball game out of the pen, looking for the final out here in the top of inning number 8. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And no one will get this one. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Another 2-2 offering. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
Now on 3-2 as a pitcher, you've got to go with the pitch that you feel most comfortable throwing with.
In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Zunino has it. And the throw to first ends the inning. Astros leave one. They lead it 6-1.
Your attention, please.
Called to the bullpen now as Luke Gregerson will take over here on the mound.
Luke Gregerson.
In now, Danny Valencia. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Got him on the good slider there. Swung on and missed as he's down on strikes for the second time tonight.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Taylor Motter steps into the box.
Motter.
It was a fly out for him in his last trip. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with. Here's Gerard Dyson, and they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
The catcher, number
Here
3.
now is Mike Zunino. He's 0 for 2 with a walk thus far. Throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. Hit hard down the line, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away, but no, he puts on the brakes and will head back to first.
But we just witnessed some elite speed going from first to third, as Showtrack is demonstrating. You won't find many other guys in this or any other sport for that matter that are capable of picking them up and putting them down like he can, and it ended up making a play not even close at third.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Standing in now, Ben Gamble. Liner towards second. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. A runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. That makes it a 6-2 game.
Oh, they're playing small ball this inning, Matt. Back to back to back singles.
Into the box, Mitch Haniger. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Takes this the other way to right. Reddick is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So it's a run on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on. We've played 8 full. The Astros on top, 6-2. Ready to start the 9th as we get a stunning shot there of the Seattle skyline on a great night for baseball. Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. 1-1. Here it is. Here's a high pop-up. Seager is there for it. He's got it 1 away.
Third baseman, number 2.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Hit out towards second. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Digging in, Nori Aoki. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Here's the pitch. And this is in the air down the left field line and into foul territory. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. They lead it 6-2. Chris Davinsky, a right-handed reliever standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen. Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. So it's a leadoff single that kicks off their half of the ninth.
Well, no surprise, another single to lead off the inning here late in the game, but they haven't had a lot of runs. They've got a lot of hits today, but they haven't been able to put things together. I guess I give a little credit to the pitching staff not allowing consecutive hits to hurt them.
Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose with his team down this many at this point in the game.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2. Another 1-2 delivery. Now here's a ball hit in the air to straightaway right field. This ball's got plenty of carry to it, and it is out of here. So a big home run for him, certainly number 300 for his career.
Well, you have to appreciate what he's been able to do in his career, guys. He's truly established himself as one of the great power hitters in the game today, and this is a milestone he can be really proud of. And there are a lot of very good hitters that never got 300 dingers in their career.
Ken Giles comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Number 53, Ken Giles.
Stepping in now, Kyle Seager. Line to the right side, but this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out. At the plate, Danny Valencia looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. Hard on the ground toward short. Scooped up on the backhand. Throw on to first, and the Mariners are now down to their final out. Taylor Motter steps into the box. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the ninth. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Well, maybe a little bit of a problem is they had to wind up going to that bullpen quite a bit. 5 pitchers are going to combine to finish this one to get the win.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. Lance McCullers earns win number 7 on the season. Ken Giles closes the door for the save, his 18th. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB Network. Good night, everybody.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Astros. 6 runs on 13 hits. No errors. They left 12 men on base. For the Mariners, 4 runs, 13 hits. No errors. They left 13 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 10 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game trains will be available at the King Street Station, located just north of Safeco Field. Metro Transit buses are also available at stations on First Avenue, Royal Brom Way, and Edgar Martinez Drive.